there, and welcome to Celebhut! All it seems to be the untidy separation among Jeezy and Jeannie Mai is taking another sensational transform. You all today, we're plunging profound into the muddled separation between rapper Jeezy and Jeannie Mai. In the event that you've been following the adventure, you definitely know it's been an all-out thrill ride, right when you felt that things were in order. Something different insane occurs. Yet clutch your seats in light of the fact that the most recent advancement is that Jeezy is currently bae, tilling for essential care of their girl, and he's truly coming for Jeannie, blaming her for being a low-life mother. Have you heard something like this? Is getting monstrous all, so we should separate everything. We should rewind a smidgen and discuss how these two even wound up together. In any case, for reasons unknown, this wasn't Jeannie's most memorable marriage. Her most memorable spouse was a person named Freddy Hardy, and they were together for 11 entire years, prior to getting separated by Jeezy. Explanation their marriage finished was that she didn't need kids yet. Freddy did G even implied that Freddy could have betrayed her. However, she didn't come right out and say it. Yet, Freddy wound up getting one more lady pregnant, only half a month after he and G split, so that sort of affirms the treachery reports. Yet, after that experience, G swore she could at no point ever get hitched in the future. She was finished with the entire thing. I swear any lady who has been separated from in that
year, you realize you have warnings on the off chance that it won't work. However, at that point, along came Jeezy, and he probably had some serious Jedi psyche stunts at his disposal. As a matter of fact, G.I. did a total 180 on a ton of her own convictions, and convictions just to be with Jeezy. She went from avoiding union with getting hitched again, as well as consenting to have a kid, something she had solidly dismissed previously. And this drove a few fans to estimate that perhaps Jeezy had some
sort of control over her, compelling her to change her life, intends to accommodate his own. As G.E. put it, we're developed, we're in our 40s, and my thought process is that God some way or another dealt with our timing. So we invested energy after our drawn-out connections. We both came from 10-year connections, and we truly dealt with ourselves to truly comprehend what sound love resembles. We're in our 40s, and my thought process is that God some way or another dealt with our timing, so we invested time, After our drawn-out connections, we both came from long-term connections, and we truly chipped away at ourselves to truly comprehend what solid love is like. Jeezy and Jai met, interestingly, only 2 or 3 days before their most memorable date, and Jeannie portrayed it as unexplainable adoration. I stroll in, I plunk down, and after 4 hours, we shut down the sushi eatery she reviewed. We had the most astounding and profound discussion about our most prominent examples in life, our most prominent slip-ups. It was really powerless, so I walked in, I plunked down, and after 4 hours, we shut down the sushi cafe. We had the most astonishing and profound discussion about our most prominent examples in life and our most prominent errors. It was really weak. Well, after that underlying gathering, Jeezy burned through no time, putting the continues on Jai, as she made sense if he takes a gander at me and he resembles you, you need to. I don't realize I would rather not return home. Would you like to go salsa hitting the dance floor with me? I mean, 8 hours on the principal date, that is certainly some science, and Ignites is not too far off, so then after that, he takes a gander at me, and he resembles you. You need to, as I don't realize, I would rather not return home. Would you like to go salsa hitting the dance floor with me? Obviously, Ignites can in some cases lead to fire. Currently, quick forward a couple of years into this heartfelt meetup. Jeezy and Jennie stunned everyone when they unexpectedly petitioned for legal separation after only several years of marriage. At first, it appeared as though Jai was the terribly tragic creature here, and Jeezy directly upbought her with legal documents all of a sudden, and she was totally crushed. The fans lifted up Jai, feeling terrible that she was getting unloaded with no advance notice. However, at that point, the story took some time to turn since tales began whirling that perhaps Jeezy had his own purposes behind asking for from his marriage. You see, there are murmurs that he could have thought Jeannie was getting excessively close with her co-have. Mario Lopez and Jeezy needed to present some great old-fashioned retribution. You realize on the Morning Meal Club with Charlemagne, the god, he guarantees that he generally realized they won't work. He said you realize it was simply consistently occasions where I recently realized that this won't turn out for me, right? So I needed to sort out some way to change without losing all that. You realize it was consistently occurrences where I recently realized that this won't turn out for me, right? So I needed to sort out some way to change without losing that. Well, there were claims that the main problem was that Jeezy and Jenny had very surprising perspectives on family and values and assumptions, and they weren't in total agreement about a ton of things anyway. Jeannie herself demanded she was shattered over the separation and needed to make things work, while Jeezy appeared to have proactively looked at genuinely well. Now Messi is at last shouting out, providing us with his side of the story. And let me tell you all a humdinger. As per a few authoritative records that are new and gotten by Page 6, JC is battling for the essential authority of 2 or 3's 2-year-old girl, Monaco, as Page 6 reports. As per the court promised by Jeezy, the absence of consistency, progression, and steadiness innately connected with such a haphazard and liquid nurturing time plan is becoming unpleasant for Monaco. Jeezy is straight up blaming Jaya for not even as expected dealing with their kid. He guarantees Jaya has passed on most of the nurturing obligations to her own siblings and mom, as opposed to dealing with them herself. Jeezy contends that Monaco would be in an ideal situation residing with him all day, since he can give her the strength and consideration she really wants in the court records. Jeezy says, I at first consented to move to the storm cellar of our family home after we isolated. However, at that point, Jai wound up moving out totally and taking Monaco with her broad itinerary, which isn't really great for our girl, and I've been denied a standard appearance with Monaco for almost 2 months currently. Well, Jeezy is truly going for the shuffling here, but right now he is directly up saying J.A. is a loser mother who isn't in any event, really focusing on her kid, honestly. That is a striking allegation, particularly considering G has recently recommended Jeezy might have been faithless during their marriage in her own legitimate filings. Jay even indicated that she might actually revise her countercase to incorporate a reason for separation in view of the disloyalty she referred to in the prenup provision that would punish Jeezy monetarily assuming that he had a close-to-home or sexual relationship with another person. So Jeezy is truly swinging back hard with these guardianship guarantees. Yet that is not all. She even added that Jeezy had made their home risky for their kid. Monaco in the court reports got, by Page 6 December 2023, plainly states it is fundamental to explain that Miss Jenkins' emphasis on sensible well-being, measures being set up, for example, securely getting and locking ceaselessly all guns that have been unstable in the past, as well as having commonality and appropriately prepared care. Guardians is in no way, shape, or form gatekeeping, but instead a capable work to focus on their little girl's prosperity. Well, it's most certainly getting chaotic, and that will discolor the rappers standing beforehand. She asserted that she had truly obliged G's appearance demand with Monaco, including over special times of the year, and Jai said that she was the person who was crushed when the marriage was finishing, and she truly needed to hold their family together. So with Jeezy presently looking for essential authority, you know Jeannie must contend energetically to keep a functioning job in their little girl's life. The entire situation is so muddled and confounded, particularly when you consider the set of experiences and stuff these two are bringing into the separation. And afterward, obviously, there are those tenacious reports that Jeannie could have been untrustworthy with her co-have, Mario Lopez. These two have consistently had this evident science on screen, which clearly energized a wide range of tattle that their relationship went past work companions. If you catch my drift first, the steady employment folks, hello pleased, Vietnamese young lady, we're both original. I will have her attach me with some, Vietnamese. As a matter of fact, there was even this very strange video going around of Jeannie fetishizing individuals of color, which just added significantly more fuel to the discharge. Jack is by all accounts proposing that his choice to seek legal separation was straightforwardly connected to him uncovering some proof of this supposed undertaking. He purportedly discovered some coy, unseemly instant messages among Yaya and Mario, and that was the straw that broke the camel's back and made him pull the trigger on finishing the marriage. I did yet. For me, dim meat is an afterthought. White keeps me mean and lean. You realize that is the reason I hitched White Man. That is what I like now. Jeannie has eagerly denied those tricking charges, yet the optics don't actually look extraordinary, particularly with reports that Mario has a few very private minutes with Jeannie's family, including Jeezy. Subscribe Celeb Hut for more videos.